Good evening, Speed Gaming. Tonight, we have a special presentation of Z2R on Speed Gaming Prime. We have the first round matchup between the number 7 and number 10 seeds for the SGL tournament. And at the number 7 seed, known all across the Randomizer, we have jkoper. And on the number 10 side, we have TheGobOne, who's a bit of a newer runner, but can definitely make a deep run into this tournament. I'm very excited for this matchup. Joining me in the booth is Mirai. Mirai, how are you doing?
Hello, I'm doing well, and I have noticed real fast that I think Coper's cropping is a little off, so I'm going to go ahead and mess with that. They will be started shortly here, though.
All right. Let's see what kind of start we're going to get, what kind of biome we have. I'm going to say islands with midterm boots at the 40-minute mark. We are off. Gob is going right. jkoper's going left. We're about to see what we have. Oh, we have... Wow. Well, it was almost. Unfortunately, rolled Dry Canyon.
Yeah, this will at least be a nice little start jet-wise. Like, they're not going to be too bogged down in the beginning. They'll be able to find stuff. If there are any hearts or anything, they'll probably be able to find them pretty quickly if they're on the west. If they're on the west.
Yep. We have 3-6 here. Gob is doing a nice little quick grind to get a couple of attack levels, probably, on these 150-point red iron knuckles. jkoper is off exploring to the west, finding not much.
Yeah, and I'm over here searching for a button that I have lost in the control panel, so give me just a moment. Trying to fix Coper's crop. He's a little too... we got a little too much of the edge there. We can see all that extra blue.
All good, all good. Gob's still grinding. jkoper is having a bit of trouble in this little encounter here, which, when you have a chance, Mariah, I would like to hear some of your take on, since you are the tournament organizer, on the flag set, and why this flag set may be a little bit more difficult than you typically see in a standard tournament.
Yeah, it's we are capping at attack 6, but I don't really think that's too much of a problem. I think people are pretty well suited to fight things by the time they get to that point. Even before that, attack 4, things start to kind of warm up. Attack 5, attack 6 all feel real good. But the main thing is that enemies, they're a little bit beefier. They're not going to roll lower than their vanilla health, and they can roll as high as 150% of their vanilla health. So they're kind of guaranteed to be on average, stronger than vanilla. We are keeping the attack effectiveness static across the board. So every level you get with attack and every level you get with the life levels as well, it's all you're gonna feel more defensive. You're going to feel like you're doing more damage. And but because the enemies are a little bit beefier, it may deter runners from jumping into palaces early on, because palace enemies tend to have a lot of health. And so, we'll see what they do. Gob is doing the grinding, and that's something that is absolutely acceptable. People do that in standard seeds as well, so it's not too uncommon to see, period.
Yep. We have beefed up enemies. We have vanilla-ish attack and definitely vanilla life effectiveness, and standardized drops on the drop table, so we don't have any weird P-bags that are high value or anything like that. So it's a little bit more of a, you got to fight it out kind of thing. We see jkoper here struggling a little bit with this orange tyrant, but gets it down. I believe they're in the same cave now. Yes. jkoper takes a death at the end of Heart Container Cave here. Yeah, we have 2 different Grias of the Grias here, which are annoying. Oh wait, that's a Moblin, never mind. I was focused on the Gria, because the Gria's boomerangs are more annoying.
Oh. Okay. Oh. Right when I come back, yeah, cropping looks good on Coper's side now. That's good to go. Yeah, as I come back, see the glove. Yeah,
we have an early glove right away. So that gives us the chance to possibly skip some checks. Especially, hopefully, in palaces.
Yeah, that's true. That's such a relief to have the glove early on like this. Is something that's free. Both runners going to have it. I don't know. It just kind of feels good, right? Not that people should start with it, but it definitely feels good to find it earlier than later.
Yeah, before you want to find it before you start diving palaces.
Yeah.
So that just removes one of the blocks you have to worry about.
Yeah, we see Kelper on the east here. He's found. He also found Fairy earlier, but he's over in Old Castudo now. I do want to point out that we did see a forest tile, which is going to mean that we are going to need a hammer if we at all need to access New Castudo.
jkoper?
He might have started with fire. Did fire come from Old Castudo?
Oh, okay. I did not see which slot it was in.
Yeah, he might have just realized at the end, be like, wait a minute, I have this.
Yeah, when I've been practicing some of these, I've definitely taken a quick second at the start to mark which town it was in.
Yeah,
so that hopefully I remember.
Yeah, it's weird, right? I mean, it's kind of like that Max Rando-esque starting where when you play Max Rando, you expect to kind of start with shuffled spells, but then you still find yourself sometimes accidentally walking into the towns. You're like, oh, wait, I have this, dude. We have this. Get out of here. And so while this mimics closer to a standard flag set, although, again, slightly more difficult or sometimes more than slightly more difficult, but you start with that spell and it still throws you off, and it is kind of tough to get used to. I've played a handful of practices myself, and it, like you say, is still like, wait, hold on, I don't need to be in here.
Yep. So right now we have Gob going into this guaranteed P-bag cave. So the P-bag caves are all guaranteed to be P-bags in this flag set. He is playing it a bit risky, staying at life 2 and going for that attack 4.
Yeah. Yeah, but if you can get it, I mean, there is a real risk and reward to that, right? It's like enemies, they don't do more damage, but vanilla life effectiveness, what we're using, maybe some people are used to kind of playing with random, and when you play with random and things kind of roll well, you feel more defensive. And I have found that a vanilla life effectiveness does feel like you take a little bit more damage early on than what I'm kind of used to. It's never going to be bad, but it's definitely sometimes I'm taking more damage by getting hit by things. So, yeah, definitely some risk and reward here, especially in a case like this.
jkoper's dancing around all of these hammers being thrown by this Zalfo here.
Yeah, attack 1. This might take a while. Again, beefier enemies in the east are beefier. Enemies in the, I mean, it's just the way that it is, right? We didn't have control over like specific enemies and boss groups or anything like that. It's just like all or nothing is what we can change right now. So it was ultimately just, everything is 100 to 150% of its vanilla health.
Yeah. So I calculated it out to be somewhere around like 20 to 30 hits at attack 1. It was.
Yeah, I mean that sounds kind of right. Yeah. They're very beefy, but he got the attack level, so he's kept it going, good, nice and steady.
Yep, they are good experience, guaranteed to be at least reasonable, not super stellar. Because one of the other flags we have is experience is either vanilla or +1 in the experience table that are available. So it could be 150 or 200 if I recall. For the blue.
Yeah, blues are 2 to 3.
2 to 300, okay.
Yeah, orange is 150 to 2 for orange, 100 to 150 for reds, and 2 to 3 for blues. Oh, another blue? And, given that it's like internally, I don't think anyone really knows how to calculate things off these values because you'd have to know what the health of the enemies are to begin with. But the attack level, the attack effectiveness internally is 2. And that's what everything starts out at in the randomizer right now. Unless you set attack to low, then it starts out as 1. But everything starts out at 2, and then attack 2 is going to be a value of 3. Attack 3 is going to be a value of 4. It does start to multiply a little bit. You get a little bit stronger. It doesn't go up by 1 every time, but you start to get stronger right around attack 5 to 6. And it's very close to the vanilla curve as well. There's only one small change to the SGL curve that we're using. That's just attack 4 or 5 or something is 1 point lower. Yeah, attack 5 is 1 point lower. Yeah. So it's like, do you even notice that? No, but it was more along the lines of because Thunderbird has a static amount of health. It was easier to know that Thunderbird would be exactly 24 hits at attack 5 and 16 hits at attack 6. So instead of some fractional value.
Pickup found on the Maze Island there by jkoper.
Yeah, Gob, we were yapping, but Gob also got the boots out of Medicine Cave. And so I don't know if we saw the water tile yet on the east, but It's not an islands biome, so the boots aren't going to be that valuable, but at the same point in time, water tile could be something good.
Indeed. And we are seeing a very bit of big divergence here from the two runners. One is because I'll let you talk about the connectors, but we have jkoper finding the key on the maze. Maze paying out big time.
Yeah, it is. See, this is beautiful. This is beautiful. Like, I don't know how the rest of the seed's gonna go, but this is really cool. I mean, Fairy is available on the west, right? And so that is a logical way into palaces. But then here's the key. The key is a little bit of a journey further away. Now that's not a guarantee. It just happened to end up this way, but that's kind of like what the flag set is. And again, you can't control this enough with the randomizer to make it truly the same every single time. But this time it worked out pretty well. It's like our continent connectors. We're using a flag that actually, I guess, hasn't ever been used before in a tournament, and it kind of makes sense that it hasn't. But I wanted to tap into it. I wanted to try it because I wanted people to have a bit more knowledge when they were playing, and so we're keeping the vanilla continent attachments, but the modes of transportation are changing. And so what that means is the west is always attached to Death Mountain. Off of 2 connectors. It's also the west is attached to the east off of 2 connectors, and the east is attached to the maze off of 1. I'm sorry. What did I just say? West to DM 2 connectors, west to east 1 connector, east to maze 1 connector. But it's not vanilla, right? It could be raft to the maze. It just happened to be bridge to the maze today, so it's going to be looks like it's going to be raft and cave to DM. But yeah, it's just more knowledge for the players to have. But you know that if you're going to go to the maze, you got to go to the east first. And Koper made that trip, and he got rewarded.
However, jkoper did not step into the cave right next to start and get the glove.
Yeah.
So he hit a glove block here in this P2. Or at least I believe it's P2. I didn't actually see the jar hit attempt. But so he does not have the ability to make it through the rest of this palace.
Yeah, I think he just wants to level here. Yeah, that's unfortunate. And that's interesting too. You talk about the divergence. jkoper goes the distance and gets the key, which is very valuable, but now needs the glove. And well, it's not too bad of a trip to get back here. He also doesn't have the boots, so they're I don't know. Maybe the east has some easily traversable terrain with the water here. I guess he could skip the bridge if he did have the boots.
Yeah, another thing that is good about going on the east, which I would say is the right thing to do most seats. Maybe not this one because it's a dry canyon, and dry canyons are very quick. But downstab is located in Darunia and on the east and not in Meadow on the west.
Yeah, that's very true. Yep. Another thing we kind of just flipped around. Again, a flag that really hasn't been used ever outside of just kind of goofing around. But I wanted to, once again, kind of just, it sounds evil. It wasn't meant to be evil. It's just that the downstab is so easy to acquire. You know exactly where Meadow is like 98% of the time, right? You start on the western continent, you're walking around, you're exploring. It's the place you're probably going to stay first, and you're going to learn where Meadow's at. And the jump and fairy spell might just be available on the west as well. And so you're going to have downstab very early on. But now when it's in the east, do you want to go that far? Like, I think you do, but now it's probably going to be a little bit more of a journey to get there. I like the journey, right? I like the journey here. Sometimes it works out. Sometimes the seeds feel a little too punishing. I hope today, we did have a great race earlier, and I hope this one is also going to end up as a great race, and that they're not punished too much for some randomizer stuff. So far it looks good though. Other than maybe a heart they probably want.
Gob gets stopped in his tracks by a blue iron knuckle in a low ceiling room.
Yeah.
He does get the door deletion with the jar drop there. If you hit that 50-50, you get a jar, and then you leave the room, the door gets deleted. It's a vanilla bug.
Yeah, a little vanilla glitch there.
Which is a nice feature.
Yes. Especially in the randomizer. Not used in vanilla, but used in the randomizer for sure. Speaking of P-bag keys, Koper is he's in Risen right now. He's going to get that $500.
Probably going to take that attack. Yep. Takes attack 3.
Yeah, so Gob did get his attack 4 there. 4-2-3 for him, 3-2-3 for Koper.
Oh. Gob's going to have some trouble getting... This is a terrible place to get
Nice.
multiple of those Goombas. It's now a good time to bring up the Baby Goomba and Boss Goomba argument again.
Is there an argument? Is this
You and Nightcrawler had one.
Oh God! Oh, yeah. I don't. I would prefer not to. Nightcrawler pulls me into some funny conversations that I cannot seem to get out of.
Well, when you're in the communications booth together, it is hard to get out of those. Yes. Oof! Lots of blue iron knuckles everywhere, blocking Gob. He's going to now ferry through this.
And I mean, again, you know, we're hitting those blue iron knuckles. What would you want to have? You'd want to have down stabs so you can just slice through them and not have to fight them, right? So Gob has opted to go into palaces at this time instead of hitting the east. I'm not even 100% sure if Gob saw the east yet. I mean, Koper saw it pretty early on, whichever direction he walked. But yeah, I'm not 100% sure if Gob saw it. It seems like he's got himself locked in here, though. Oh, it's just Palace 1. Okay. Wow.
You gotta always check next room before you go back to kill the enemies just to make sure you don't need to die.
Yeah, right. Complicated P1, though. I think we had a glove. Oh, he's got the glove. He's got the glove, right? We did have a glove block somewhere. In addition to this one that he just went through. Our Koper back to the west now. He's going to find all the stuff that Gob has. So there's going to be, what, boots and glove and... he's got the flute as well. So yeah, flute, boots, and glove. I mean, that's a really good set of things to have. I don't think we saw... Did we see any palaces on the east? I think we just saw towns, and then we saw Death Valley's, the mouth of the river for the volcano, but that was it. I don't think we saw any palaces.
I don't recall any palaces, and I don't think we hit Darunia either.
That's true. Yeah. You know, the thing is, we saw some bodies of water up on the, the east looks like it's going to be a vanilla like today. And so we're looking at the top section, that top third and the middle third looked like there might have been a boots block. There's some water up there in those two areas. So Gob's boots is going to be helpful. jkoper probably wanted those ahead of time, but it looks like part of that eastern continent is going to be blocked by those.
All right, so Koper has all of the necessary spells. Thunder, Reflect, Fairy. Can't cast any of them yet, I don't think.
Yeah, he can do Fairy. He did Fairy Feet the bridge going up towards the Maze Island bridge, so he at least gets one cast.
He has extra magic container.
Oh, there you go.
So ignore everything I just said because I didn't realize that.
Yeah, he got that off the desert tile. I forgot as well. Here's a glove block. Yeah, here's a glove block I was talking about. Oh, okay.
Oh, and that is a rude enemy to have right there.
If Gob had the extra magic container, he'd have 80 magic, and right now Thunder is 80 magic. So you could like do the leap, cast in midair, clear the projectiles, kill the little Goomba. This is not going to work. This is not going to work out. This is probably not going to work.
Oh, he's going to have to come back after getting downstab or something.
Yeah, jump spell could help there as well. I think jump is blocked by something here, or it could be Darunia still. I'm not sure.
I don't know what the spell is here, and Bruto. We saw where the trophy was because it's on the Maze Island P2. So
yeah.
Alright, Scott going to go into 3-6. Nope.
Yeah, I did not catch where that connector was that Koper found, but it can't be too far away. Koper just happened to walk in a different direction, it seems, than Gob did for the west.
Gob's going to get upstab now.
Oh, chat real fast. Anyone out there listening to the stream, can you confirm? Like, we should have Koper's audio on, I believe. Is the audio mix good between us all? I don't think I can change Chadbird or myself, but is the game audio okay?
Yeah, I don't have any audio on my side to determine, but as people know, I have electronic hearing, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I generally mute game streams and don't hear any audio. Okay, let's
Okay,
fix
well,
that.
let's switch over that. I'll let you do that. We'll deal with that. Gob is up and A, back to start. North now, I think the connector was up in the north. Oh, there it is. Okay, apparently we can hear it, so yes. There's audio now. Water tile for Gob, which has...
Ooh,
a heart container. That's very
nice.
welcome.
Okay, I'll bump
Hey,
it up a little bit more.
Clip it, Mirai said the heart container's nice.
Nice for these guys. Nice for these guys. I mean, when you only have 3, you'll take 1 or 2.
Yes. Or if you only have 1, you'd love to have a second. Certainly no PTSD flashbacks to Max Rando tournament. Nope.
All right, are we still a little quiet on the audio on Coper's side here? Ooh, God, not getting 1 shot there. It is 3 hearts. He's taking damage from the Lizalfa, but he survived it. At least the first hit he survived.
Yep. Get the double hits in there, though. He can just sit here and grind this for a little bit. Hopefully not taking deaths. That's the key. Jkoper is into this palace and still does not have the glove. And there are glove blocks everywhere in this palace.
Okay, I think Coper should be good here for audio.
Oh god. Okay, get out. Get out. That reminds me, another flag set in this tournament is that which enemies that are susceptible to that are invulnerable to sword attacks is not randomized.
Yeah, and that was like I wanted people to be able to fight Lizalfos and know that. I wanted people not to get beat up by like invulnerable MOAs on the east because they can hit you so hard and they can be very annoying. And so, I actually wanted to pull all the invulnerabilities, but the enemy IDs are kind of a mess in this version of the randomizer. So when we made the custom changes, I kind of just had to go with the vanilla invulnerabilities, although I would have preferred to pull them out entirely for this.
To be fair, I think the enemy IDs are a mess in every version.
I hear there's some cleanup. I hear there's some cleanup in the latest version that Initsu's been doing so. Soon we'll have better control. You know what? Okay, so you look at Gob over there. He just came out of that pass-through cave. I don't think Coper's been up in this area. There's another pass-through cave just south of where he's at, and it goes to a town in the swamp down there. So it's like you got to go pass-through up, pass-through down. I don't know if that's accessible outside of that double pass-through cave. This could be Darunia, though, for all we know. He's right next to a town.
I'm pretty sure it's going to be.
Yeah, nice.
Gob first down step.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. It's like you just kind of change. I don't know how people are like playing this, right? And I'm not here to tell anyone how to play it, but as much as everyone puts such an emphasis on grabbing down stab, I just feel like staying in the overworld and trying to pinpoint where that thing is at, and if you can, if you need to find fairy and jump or one of the two in order to get it, that's probably the main focus, right? I think downstab is incredibly important, but keeping it a little bit further away makes the player work for it a little bit more. It's possible that it ends up being like, blocked behind boots or a river devil or something, but that's going to be pretty rare, I think. So more often than not, it should be accessible, but with at least a little bit more work than is usual in a standard flag set.
All right, so we have the trophy in P2 and the child in P4.
Yeah, I didn't see what Darunia was.
No clue.
Oh man, Cobra hit me.
Chatty, the answer to that is go faster than Mirai.
Chatty's the number 5 seed, so gonna have to
Yeah, I don't know
concern
who his
myself.
next opponent is.
His next opponent should be afraid.
Yes.
Oh, Gob did not go to the maze. That's right. So, Gob isn't right. He's in the town next to Darunia right now. So, I forgot. He's not back on the west just yet. The maze is across. The maze bridge is like east of where he's at.
Yep. And I don't think there's an easy way to get there from where he's at. He's to go back down through that cave, I think. No safety, Scab. You gotta just do this. Oh, God. He does have thunder, though. He can thunder down enemies.
Yeah, the cost of a fairy cast.
Yep.
Oh, but he's got downstep. Yeah, he got downstep, right? So, yeah. This is easy. I don't know what cave that was that had the glove. I mean, it's on the west, but I don't recall. It wasn't Medicine Cave. I don't think it was Heart Container Cave. I think they both did Heart Container Cave, or maybe they didn't both do Heart Container Cave.
It was Heart Container Cave, and I think jkoper may have game over it there, and I hope he didn't memory hole it.
Yeah. Yep. Okay, there you go. Yeah, game over at Heart Container Cave, and has not gone back yet.
You backed out of it? Okay. Yeah, this is what you have to do when you don't have downstab is ferry through these rooms, although apparently he does have it, so. I do wish we would add downstab to the tracker.
Yeah, I mean, I put it on my own personal tracker, and I know that we've done a lot of races through ZSR before. They don't put it on theirs, and it's funny, we haven't done anything with Speedgaming. Z2R hasn't done. I don't want to say we. It's just Z2R in general hasn't done anything with Speedgaming in about 4 years. SGL 2021 was the last time we were here, and they had to rebuild a little behind the scenes here. We're getting ready for the first match the other night. They had to rebuild the tracker. Sigma messaged me, and I'm just picturing them like they're down in the cellar trying to sift through all this stuff, old dank cardboard, and just trying to figure out where the tracker is for Z2R. Does this thing even still function? And it's just like we have to rebuild it. So yeah, where's does this work for you guys? And I was like, yep, that's good. And then yeah, we got a little update. If you watch the earlier races, we are missing some of the spells, but we got an update, so we got the spells on there as well.
Yeah. For those that are unaware that have only been watching on Speedgaming and such, there's been a lot of changes made to the randomizer in the past couple of years, including some major upcoming changes that will actually make it to where you can graph out the palaces that you were going through because they will make geometric sense.
Oh, Coper. I mean, Gob. Sorry, Gob. Just got touched by the head there. Oh, shield is hammer blocked. I didn't see where we got hammer from. Oh, did that come from the maze? That came from the maze.
From the maze, yep.
Not
We
gonna
got
grab
hammer
shield
and
right
key
now.
from the maze.
Coper, bold move here, not grabbing the shield spell. Gob also got another magic container out of 6 there in that pass-through item room.
Yep. Just looking for the dragon now. P6 is fantastic. Has a good chance to give you a couple of multiple levels.
Yeah, Barba's going to give you 700 to 1,000 experience. Gob just passed up that one room where he ferried over the key door. At the bottom of that elevator, there's a statue to the right, and that'll give you a 50-50 jar. He might have wanted to try to go back down and grab that if he knew that was there. Koper finally going to get his down stab here. I was saying this in the previous race tonight, but I'm really glad. Like, I had no idea. The reason for not shuffling the small items was mainly to keep the P bags in the P bag caves. But as an additional side effect, it also doesn't shuffle them anywhere else. And so, like, in the overworld, it doesn't really matter in the overworld all that much. But I will say in palaces, it really is proving to be really useful. I love that there's all these extra keys kind of scattered around without making everything a small key. It's like you can kind of learn where the keys are. You can kind of learn where the big bags are and stuff like that. And if you pinpoint that stuff, you might get rewarded. Go out of your way for just a brief moment. Check the dead end, because a lot of dead ends actually have keys in them. And so, while we only have one cast of fairy in the early game, seek out those dead ends and try to find certain rooms that have the small items. It's not guaranteed to be in the palaces, but if you see them, maybe take a small detour to try to get them.
Yep. And in fact, that's another one of the minor changes that have occurred over the past couple of years, is that the small items in palaces are truly randomized now.
Yeah.
With the exception of this tournament. But in the standard flag sets, all of the small items in the palaces are actually randomized, whereas before they were just shuffled between different rooms in the same palace. So it actually means you can get keys, P bags, magic refills, pretty much in any of those. Instead of it does mean GP used to be always having keys because all of the small items were marked as keys. So now it's actually random, or one-ups rather. One-ups, not keys.
Yeah.
And so now it's actually random. You can get any of those things. Not this tournament, though.
I always like to point out the color palette differences. We got Koper on console over here, and Gob on an emulator. Emulator, you obviously get a lot more freedom to pick your palette. But they're both in P6. And Gob, actually, at the top of that previous T-junction, Gob went left and didn't go through the door. Koper's gone right. He went through the door because he's got the magic key. Who cares, right? Just go through all the doors. And so we'll see who is right on the way to Barba. Oh, dead end for Koper, though. Gob might be on the right path.
And another interesting difference between the runners here is Gob plays with the keyboard.
Yeah.
And we're not talking the Victor Santa Fe keyboard. We're talking about just the typing keyboard.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I laugh because it's always that's so impressive to me.
Yes, it is.
Controller forever. Although keyboard definitely has its benefits. A lot of top end speedrunners have swapped to keyboard because of that. Whether Gob is considered a top end speedrunner or not is another question altogether. But we'll start with Randomizer.
Maybe at some point, if I still had my Dance Dance Revolution dance pads,
oh God,
I could have tried that.
All right, well, we have found our way to Barba, and as long as Koper stays alive and can make it there, I think it's just up at this next elevator that he's going to come to, and then right, and then a few more rooms, and it'll be Barba from there. Gob cannot take a hit here, so... He's doing great, though. I love to see, a lot of people, I think everyone kind of positions on that middle platform. And you'll see plenty of people that don't want to jump when Barba shows up in the left pit. They don't want to jump over. It's a little aggressive. You got to kind of know the timing pretty well. So I'm glad that Gob's making those aggressive jumps to the left pit.
Yep, I jump as soon as he fires, and then I get a few hits as he goes down. Yeah. Yes, you can definitely get a couple more hits going early. It is more dangerous. Risk-reward type thing.
Oh, Koper, man. He took the hit on the blue Stalfos that landed on him, and then he kills the Stalfos, and right at the edge of the screen, the Doom Knocker throws on him, and yeah, unfortunately, the almost, I call it the off-screen throw. It's like he's just perfect timing to when they appear right at the edge of the screen to just throw their projectile.
Oh, no. Just walk there with the boots.
It's a glove block in 6.
Oh, no.
Oh, no, dude. I forgot about this. Wow, that free glove is going to hurt Koper here.
Big time.
I mean, Koper may be the more skillful player overall. I mean, I don't know how much Koper practices Z2R in the offseason. I don't think he practices much, so this might be like even a de-rust period for him. You know, in a lot of tournaments, you do like a Swiss round or a group round or something that leads up to brackets, right? And so people generally use that as their de-rust period. And we just did, you know, acing qualifiers because we have to get this, you know, show on the road for SGL Online. And, you know, as a result, no real de-rusting period.
Yeah, jkoper's going to bleed a lot of time looking for every other path in this P6.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's going to be the wrong path, and he's going to have to come back in and go all the way through it again once he finds the glove.
Yeah, that is just, it's so wild when that happens. Like, I'm almost positive jkoper does not run a tracker. I know there's times where he'll write down some notes on things, but he definitely doesn't run like a standalone tracker or anything like that. So a lot of it's just in his head. And like you said, it's very possible when you game over in an early cave like that, you're just like, I remember being in it and I probably got the item, and then you forget about it and then you just move on.
Yep. Alright, Gob's made it to the maze and is skipping the checks, which would be very detrimental.
Yeah, what? He just walked right down the river, didn't check any of the roads. We're coming back. Nope, we're gonna. Nope.
Nothing. Nope. Here, we got the key off the maze already. Alright, never mind.
Oh, okay.
Good.
Yeah, I don't know how we totally missed him on the maze. I think we were just focused on Koper going through 6 here and get distracted by that glove block he hit.
Oh.
Oh, Gob, get the key off the maze. Not that he got the key. Okay. Interesting. Yes, yeah. He might just be playing for, he might just say go mode, right? He might just say I'm in go mode.
Yep.
See, this is a little dangerous though, because again, because of the more difficult flags that we have, it's like the early game is a little slower. The middle game, I think, feels perfectly fine once you get, you know, attack 4, 5, and 6. I think you just feel really good. The bosses are a little bit beefier, but it just means you spend a little bit more time on them. However, because of the lower hearts, you know, you see a lot of runners picking up life and shield. And right now, shield is behind the hammer block to Nukusudo. And while Gob has 4 heart containers, GP is going to be a little bit more difficult. It's a little bit bigger. Thunderbird is a little bit angrier. And Thunder is going to stay a little bit more expensive. So we'll see if Gob decides to look for these items on the maze, because they are useful. And, you know, it's even odd just from the stance of, do you want more containers? You know, he's got 6 magic containers, but only 4 hearts. There could just be a heart sitting on the maze, and that would be so nice, right? A nice bump at 25% of your health. So we'll see what he does.
I'm about to see past this glove block here, which I think is going to be the required way to go. And it's probably going to take you right to the item right here. Oh, nope, it's boss. Never mind. Taking a death. Oh, or not.
Yeah, Koper has deemed that 6 is glove blocked. Yeah, I guess we weren't really able to see too much of this too, right? Because that glove block was pretty early on, and Koper was in here, but he wasn't able to do anything. But you're right, we are looking for that elevator up to get into that pass-through window shopping item room.
Right, Gob gets the boss down. Helmet head is gone. And has been de-helmeted.
Oh, this stupid desert encounter, dude. Like, at least he's got downstab now. He's still gonna take a death, my god. Invulnerable Zoras and a blue Lizolfo. Thunder not able to kill him. Man, he's gonna have to ferry out of there. Just maybe he'll go to Palace 2 to up an A. Not gonna ferry. Oh, just go back. Well, he needs to, right? I mean, Heart Container Cave's got his glove, and I hope he's thinking about it.
Yeah, too quick. I wanted to check the menu to see if he really did get the key.
No, I think people were yelling at us. They were yelling at Gob through the chat, saying, "Gob, go get the key."
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because he's looking around now. Did he get the trophy? What is the trophy? Is it
Not go get the trophy.
jump or life? Man, I wonder. Because we know that the medicine is also in Palace 5, I believe. So it's like right now, all the
One of
safety
them was
stuff.
right there. Oh, he just walked right by one of them and didn't get it.
Oh, man.
All right, Coper finds one of the best item rooms in this version of the Rando because it doesn't require a key. Oh, I think, Mariah, you'll be happy with one of the item rooms I added to the
boy.
beta version. It gives you the ability to see the item before you go get it.
Okay. Oh.
So you can say that it's a heart container, and then, yep, Gob frees Larry from this terrible existence.
Yeah, the River Devil. So Gob, if you have no idea what this cursed sprite is, Gob is apparently the River Devil, which is normally the blocking overworld sprite in the east that blocks paths. And the River Devil playable sprite has Link as the River Devil block in the overworld. And so, yeah, that's what just happened there, if anyone was confused with any of that.
Yep.
They have a nice little island palace, though, that we're in. That was a cute little palace on the water there with the little River Devil bridge block. Someone picked out some good real estate to build their palace.
Yeah, this palace has some rude enemy sets in it right now for Gob.
Another glove block for Coper. I don't know if that's the way to
God.
go. It is Palace 3 he's in. He's in 3, so maybe...
I've been paying enough attention to see if he's found a drop destination yet.
Yeah, Rebo might just be down this particular elevator here.
Oh, Gob's in another glove block room in this other palace that he's in. This is really bad news for Coper.
I mean,
right.
Yeah. He might even try to go dig DM, and who knows what's there. I mean, at the end of the day, maybe Gob gets hung up on something, and then Coper finds a whole bunch of stuff that isn't the glove. He finds all the containers, and he's very beefy and ready to go for GP. He may be, theoretically, maybe, or hypothetically, he's behind by a lot. Gob is skipping a whole bunch of safeties right now, and so maybe Gob's going to have a hell of a time in GP, and Coper's just going to come in from behind and steal it. Who knows? Still plenty of game left. We're 42 minutes in, but still plenty of game left here.
Indeed, one of the changes for this version of the randomizer for this tournament is that we now have not just short GP and full GP. We now have a medium length GP.
Yeah, I mean, go ahead.
And also here, for anybody that's new to this and hasn't seen it in years, we now have this harder Karak fight where you have to dodge not just low beams the entire time, but you have to dodge high beams, low beams, and sideways.
Yeah, really changes up the fight. I really enjoy it. I know there are some people that do not enjoy that change, but it seems like it's overall more accepted than not, so it's probably going to be pretty standard moving forward.
You could do what Obo says and do jump, crouch, stabs, and lessen the chance to get hit. Which is what I will do when I have very low health and have to take on Karak. I will try to jump, crouch, and try to jump over the sine wave ones and just hit the ones that are straight. It's slower, but when you have no health, it's what you gotta do.
Yeah. So, as predicted, Coper is in Death Mountain. He has found the rock. He broke it open with his hammer from the maze, and it's a magic container. So, if Hammer Cave is something like a heart, This is going to be really good. Then again, he has the boots, but he didn't seek out the water tile again. Maybe he hadn't seen it the first time. I don't recall where it was, but there's a heart
close to where you come in.
Yeah, I thought so. But he would get a heart out of that for sure.
Right, Gob's now working his way towards Death Valley here. Or Valley of Death, however you like to pronounce it. Or say it.
Yeah, apologies. I am looking at the control panel again real fast because the two of them are about 3 seconds out of sync, and I've always wanted to see if I could adjust the sync over here. Just a personal thing. Oh, this gets him 7 containers. He gets into the basement. Nice.
And unfortunately, it's a raft. Which we already know we can get to everywhere we need.
Yeah.
This is going to be jump spell?
It's shield in New Casino.
Okay.
Which is why the hammer would be so nice for Gob.
Okay. Alright, Cooper is back on the west. Is he going to redive Heart Container? Okay, I think that said Life and Mito.
Yeah, I think we learned. I think Gob went in here earlier, and I think this is going to be P5. Is what's in Death Valley? Is that going to be 5? What was on the west again? Pop quiz.
The west, I know we saw 1 and 3.
Okay, yeah, that's right. Or 1 in. It was 1 in 6. 3 was next to Darunia.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're missing. So GP and 5. Well, I guess we're about to find. I guess it's 5, because if it was GP, Gob would not be making this trip.
Yep. And I think 4 was the other one on the east. I just didn't mark it.
Oh no, you are right. It is 6 on next to Darunia because that was the one that Cooper couldn't finish. Right.
Well, to be fair, when I see 3 or 6, I just mark 3 first as the first one I see, and then I correct it when later on, so that I know.
So I think we have a segmented DM, and the raft is looking like it might be required to get to Hammer Caves half of DM. These mountainous DMs, they tend to be segmented like this.
Yeah.
Which is completely a lot. Oh no, it's
not mountainous. Wow.
We're both baffled.
It is Death Mountain. And I am spend 20 minutes in Death Mountain.
Ooh. Well, again, not going to be the glove, but at this rate, what are we missing? Another. It's either going to be. Yeah, it's either going to be junk, the 8th magic container, or one of the 2 remaining hearts, because one of them is, of course, on the water tile. Something else we didn't kind of talk about is that we got the 3 heart start, and it is a 6 heart max, so there's only 3 other hearts out there available for the runners. One of those we've already seen on the water tile. The other 2 still MIA. Could be Spell Tower, could be Hammer Cave. I don't know, there might be a palace item we haven't seen yet or don't have accounted for.
All right, this moment of truth is the last magic container, which, I mean, sure, we do have expensive thunder, but I would have personally rather seen a heart container if I wasn't getting glove.
Yeah, because we did see that thunder was, I believe, 80 at Magic 2 right off the bat there. So it can come down another 8 magic points at most, but 80 still isn't even that bad, right? It's just 5 containers. But I guess it's nice to have 8 containers. You got 3 left over to do other stuff with in GP.
Yep. And ideally, you want to be able to cast Reflect and Thunder.
Yeah, and so JLo, our tracker, pointing out that they're both of the spots in DM were the magic containers. So Gob is definitely not going to have them at all because one, he doesn't have the hammer to get into Spec Rock, and two, it looked like you needed the raft to get to what? Oh, this was boulder blocked as well.
Yep.
Wow.
I think jkoper is starting to get a bit confused.
Yeah.
I think he's taking notes now and being like, okay, what have I forgotten or missed?
Oh,
He's about to do water tile.
Yeah. And Gob's just cruising, man. We're in 5. I don't think we see the item yet. I don't know if he's going to look for it. I think he's going to look for it, right? We have life and Mito. Did you say? Oh, Gob.
No, Gob.
That was funny. That was a little malfunction there. You could just hear Gob doing the yell that he does.
Which I will not repeat. You're on Speedgaming Network. It happens. It's very easy to do like these little, just accidental tiny jumps and just be like, oh, I guess I'm going in the lava.
Okay, yeah. So the final verdict here is I don't know how to sync the streams. I don't think it's going to be too important right now. We are about 3 seconds off of the 2 runners, 2 to 3 seconds off, as we can see the 2 timers up there. But I don't want to mess with things that I'm not really sure of what to do with. It's not that big, again, not that big of a deal. Race time, race room is going to dictate, finish times here.
Yeah, a couple of seconds is going to be fine.
Oh, he wants this.
Hey, Gob, you know what you don't have to get a key for? If you take 3 steps and gotten the magic key.
Yeah, that's rough. I mean, he knows Koper. Koper's not a bad runner, and maybe Gob's been kind of beating himself up a little bit. I know that he
feels like he's got to do something to get the advantage.
Yeah, if you saw the release of the async qualifier list, he did say that he felt he played better than the results ended up being. I don't know, but so I kind of assumed that maybe he's trying to just go fast right now because he felt like he was a little slow in the async qualifiers. He knows Koper is not a bad runner, but little does he know that Koper has as you say, memory hold this cave with the glove in it on the west. This is wild.
Yep, and it was the first cave too, so
yeah.
It's just...
I mean, Koper is about to join Gob in 5. I don't know if we've seen any glove blocks on Gob's side here. We know, like, Koper, I'm pretty sure he went into Mito.
There was a room of death with lava pits.
Okay. Oh, that's right.
Pick out of because he did the short jump.
Yeah, and I think that was a loop at the end of the day because Gob got through there eventually, went up an elevator, did kind of an angry dance because he came up into a room where he had already cleared the door out of. So I think it was a loop. So that might be in Koper's favor. But yeah, I think Koper has the hint for the medicine in here. So it's not gonna. He knows it's not gonna be the glove.
Yep. All right, Gob's gonna have to hope that he can take a death here. He can. Gob, just take the death and get the item. Could be probably the last heart container.
I think it's a medicine in 5.
Oh, right. That's right. You can say medicine's in 5.
Yeah, so the last heart would be what? It's either in a palace we haven't accounted for, it's just spell tower.
So this will get him the life spell. Which will be a safety.
Yeah, so does that leave Rudo? I don't know where the... Yeah, I feel so bad for missing the town signs. Koper generally just... Well, no, he doesn't always just run into the town, but I definitely am guilty of missing the town signs in this one. Because I don't know what's in Rudo, and I don't know what's in Darunia here anymore.
Oh, this 5 is being P5. It is a maze. Even though it is slightly shortened from normal.
Yeah, I mean, it's so funny to say that it's shortened and capped at 28 rooms, which was a custom change for this particular flag set for this event, and it still feels like it's still too long. Honestly, it just feels like it's too long. I wish we would have capped everything 24 rooms. We probably should have shortened things a little bit more. This is just the small things that we would have kind of learned had we had a few more weeks to play with these flag sets. This is my fault, but at a minimum, they are shorter than what a standard flag set would give us. It's just that it feels like, yeah, on average, right? It's just that it feels like with the slower start and possibly the slower end game, that I did want to kind of speed up all these 6 standard palaces, but I didn't want to, like, I really wasn't sure where the knob should be between, like, 2 jet and another slog. They still kind of sometimes feel like a slog if you can't find the bosses quickly. And so, yeah, I kind of wanted to get people in the GP a little bit faster. And again, we'd need a few more changes and a little bit more time. But the tournament has begun, and so here we are. Learning, we're learning. Hashtag learning.
Yeah, the next tournament that's upcoming, once this tournament ends and the Upstarts tournament that's also going on right now ends, will be on the new version of the Randomizer as currently in beta, which will have a whole ton of new rooms and palace layout algorithms. So,
yeah.
This is my favorite generator enemy set in this room that Gob's in, because they just sit there and pull up in one tile. You just take them out before you do anything. You don't have to worry about getting, sine waved or shot at or whatever. We found Guma. And Guma splatted Gob on the side of the screen. May have been intentional, though.
Yeah, you'll have to apologize. Sometimes I'm in the control panel. I find all this very fascinating that sometimes you'll run into certain streams that have like a bit of audio desync, and I'm trying to listen for that, and I think we had a little auto desync on Coper's side, but I've tried to fix that, so if anyone had noticed that, I think it's been fixed now. Apologies. I just... Long P5, yeah, we have found Guma. I don't think there was a glove block on the way to Guma.
I don't think it was there. Oh, Gob was probably 4 or 5 hits away and takes a death. And he's on his last life now. And it's a long path. It's not the longest path, but it's a long path.
Oh,
man, he's got 1 hit remaining. Oh, he's going aggressive too. And game over is on Guma. He's going to have to go all the way through this pass again. He's going to be feeling very behind.
Yeah, that is rough. I'm going to try to, I've forgotten to do this, but because of the fact that, we know how many hits Thunderbird is because Thunderbird's health is static, and we have our static attack values. And I've been meaning to do some research into how much health Guma, or really all the bosses, how much, to give everyone an idea for how many hits it is at a minimum to kill the bosses at a certain attack level or at a maximum, right? So to give people a better understanding, like, do I really want to go in on Guma at attack 3, something like this? The answer is probably no. Probably no. You should probably get at least attack 4 before trying to fight Guma. And I think some numbers, a range of numbers would help people sort of deter them from crazy plays like that. Not that he's on attack 3, but...
I could probably update my anger spreadsheet about it with those values. I didn't do bosses. But that actually is a very valuable set of information. So.
Oh, Cobra got a jar to drop, but it's on the top of the platform there. They both have the medicine though, so I mean, if push comes to shove, man, and if we're having a problem with Guma, I mean, the life spell is I know that sucks. It really sucks to have to go all the way back to Mito, get the life spell, but Cobra has the shield spell, so if Cobra can make it there, he's going to be in a better shape just because he's collected more stuff. He's also got an extra heart. One less life level, although maybe 1160 is life 6. I don't know if it's life 6 or magic 5.
I'm gonna say it's probably life. It's
Yeah,
very
could
cheap
be.
for either one.
Yeah, not
All right,
too bad
Gob's
of a
back.
walk. But still, you know, a few minutes here.
All right, Gob takes a death, and oh dear. Ah, jkoper is getting more frustrated by these glove blocks.
Yeah, see, I'm pretty sure that's a loop. I could be wrong though. We just watched Gob walk back to Guma. If anyone was paying close enough attention there,
Gob takes another death. All right, Gob, you need to just settle down and zone in, lock it in.
Yeah, see, the thing is, this is very tilting, and again, he just feels very pressured. We're in a race, you know, got to go. We're up against jkoper, Z2 our veteran, but of course derusting, and at the same point in time, just doesn't know that Koper doesn't have the glove. This glove that has blocked him out of so many palaces. That Gob really has a lot of time right now.
Yep. This is good. This is good. This is good. He's calmed
Easy.
down, and yes, he locked in. He got it done.
You just got to take some deep breaths and focus, and hope that Guma does not skate in the wrong direction when you get too close to him.
And walk away if you need to for a second.
Yeah, you know, Obo also saying baby strat. You know, something right along the edge of the screen there. You see some runners do that, and honestly, you know, they get it done at like attack 2. Sometimes they'll jump in. I've seen Alan Heffley do Guma at like attack 2 or attack 3 before. You just sit there, takes a few minutes, but I mean, you get it done. You know, you don't game over. You don't have to go through the palace again. You don't rage quit. You get it done. It's slow and steady, but you get it done.
Yep. And usually I will do the first life or two, you know, more aggressive, than yeah, we'll start baby stratting it.
Yeah.
Because yeah, if you just get him to the right side of the screen, his ball and chain will not spawn. There is this room, but it is a glove or fairy block instead of just a glove block.
Yeah, our large enemy, I was just going to say, our large enemy drop pool could drop a red jar here for Koper. Ooh.
Oh god, oh, don't get, oh my god. I hate when that happens.
Yeah, so I think Gob just went and turned the medicine in there for the life spell. Nice, here is Guma, okay.
Back at P1.
I was going to say what stopped this in P1, but he went across, there was that lava pit to jump with the little Guma on the left side of it, right? But I'm not really sure that was required, because I don't think Koper made that jump. I think Koper found Horsehead without that. I know
think you were correct, yeah.
Before I commented to curse this, I was going to say, I think Koper really likes to have the jump spell for Guma. He likes to go in and then with the jump still do the space jump up and really dodge the mace, or the flail, I should say.
Mace to the face, flail to the tail. Yeah, both work.
Okay, Gob is going to thunder this. Oh, does it get the kill?
I probably don't think it was enough time.
I don't think so either. I'm pretty sure you'll just be able to kind of get on the edge and see him and then blast him. Oh, no!
Oh my god!
No! As Koper gets Guma down. That is infuriating. Well, you have one chance now. He got it.
Yeah, this couldn't have been the way, because maybe it is a way, but There's definitely a way to do it without this room.
Yeah, I just don't recall Coper having to make that jump. It might be that
Well,
it was like...
He couldn't because he doesn't have a glove.
Oh, right, yeah, no kidding. I was just saying there might be oh, it's the item in 1. Okay.
Might as well.
I was going to say maybe there was excess key blocks in 1. Oh!
That's
Okay.
good for Gob.
Yes, it is. So it's probably that Coper got through because of his magic key, whereas Gob might have... He still only had that one cast of fairy, and there might have been just some mistakes that were made, and... Oh,
no, Gob's going left here.
Our Coper is going to walk it out of Death Valley. He might be going back to the maze to do 2? Where's 4? Is 4? 4 is all the way north, isn't it? It's on that little island.
Yes. Yes, it is.
Okay. And I'm not sure
There's
we
that
saw
island palace with Larry.
Yeah. I'm not sure we've seen the item out of 4. I feel like usually I can see the players' trackers themselves, and then I can kind of tell like who's gotten what palace item out of a palace. But without being able to see more of their stream from this side that we're viewing the stream at, I feel like I should probably at some point, like kind of build a little tracker for my own. But yes, our tracker J-Lo pointing out that it is actually the child. We did know that, right? We did know that from the hint very early on. And Coper knows that as well, I think. I think both of the runners know it.
Yep.
Man, Gob's still getting hit by these doors.
So, question in chat, where was the glove? The glove was in the very first cave, Heart Container Cave, but it had a brute set of enemies that is very difficult to get through at 1-1-1. jkoper went in, and then either backed out of it or game overed, and his memory held the cave.
Yeah. I mean, at some point, he's not going to have anywhere to go left, so he'll just have to start over on the west, and thankfully it's like right there, but how long is that going to take, you know? Gob just needs to do 3 after this, but again, no shield. He's got the life spell, which is good, but no shield. No jump spell, and so, you know, we'll see what this GP is like.
Yep, we do have another question in chat. JLo is here. Yes, JLo is. We are very thankful to have JLo as our tracker tonight, keeping us a lot more honest than we would normally be.
Yeah, I mean, Gob's not doing too bad here. He does have everything he needs, and as you know, if GP is a nightmare, it'll be really tough. But if GP is fine, you know, he's got a solid lead here.
Yep.
You know
I do hope he picks up the life spell though, because it's good to have at least a safety in GP.
I think he went into Mido. Well, we'll have to wait to see it when he opens his menu again. Our Coper walking into Palace 4 here.
Can you grab it? Okay, good.
Yeah, I mean, I know at a minimum, Gob is like, you know, I want life or shield. And I think most people want that, even you know, especially in a flag set like this. It's really dangerous to just go without it.
Yes, and in this flag set, the life spell is not randomized in its effectiveness, so it's guaranteed 3 hearts. So it's not a bad pickup, regardless.
Yeah, you won't get disappointed by a 1 or 2 heart life refill. When it's there's 2 settings in the randomizer, either random, which is 1 through 5, or just, you know, disabled as in vanilla, which is just your 3 heart refill.
So, yes, Thunder did not kill the Blues because all in this flag set for the SGL tournament, it's basically a hard settings flag set, and all of the enemy health is randomized between 100% of their default value of their vanilla value to 150%. So they are very likely to be beefed up and be able to survive a Thunder cast.
Yeah, and just to be fair, like when we play with random life effective, random what is it called? Shuffle enemy health. When we play with that flag on, that is a plus 50% to minus 50% off vanilla health. So, you know, it's not special that this flag set is stopping that from happening, but it is more likely that Thunder won't be able to just blast things down in one shot. In
I think it's like a 2 in 3 chance instead of 2 in 5.
Yeah,
kind of thing.
All right, well, we are about to be GP ready here on Gob's side. What is this 40-40? 40-40, life 8, magic 7? One of the two.
Yeah. It could be attack 7 and be very rude.
Yeah, I mean, I would let it ride for sure, or at least maybe try to do a small grind because the next level can't be too far off.
All right, 110.04. We drop the curtain. It is magic 7.
Oh, let me switch audio here. Apologies if this is loud. We're going to have to do a little adjustment maybe.
I hear nothing.
Yeah, I got to turn them up.
All right, starting to hear it. All right, we have a reverse fairy room, so we don't have to actually cast fairy to get through it. Oh, King Butt, everybody's favorite enemy here, and GP.
All right, I think we're good. God is using an emulator that has sort of a stereo mimic to the sound, I think, so you're going to get kind of a weird sound in your left and right channels. At least I am, versus jkoper's console audio.
Or you could just hear it on one side and just roll with it. Alright, we have a left, fairly early left here. I was going to see if this is a fairy.
Do we have the spell? Oh, I think we got the spell. No, we don't. Oh, jkoper is rechecking things. He needs to start on the west, man.
Yep. I think he may be thinking of... He does not have spell. Another Kingbot. At least in a not terribly rude place. And the Kingbot will despawn once it's exploded. Kingbot will despawn almost everything else in the room. Only if there's an enemy on the very end of the room and you kill Kingbot at the beginning of the room, you might have an enemy come back. Or spawn in, but...
Yeah, it's funny you mentioned that and go over that because this room right here actually has some weird property to it where it doesn't happen in this room. It's so weird, and I don't know why. I don't know if the blocks, there's like all the breakable blocks are built a certain way, but the Kingbots in this room only despawn like half of it at most. It's just a weird room.
We have one junction before T-Bird, but we have made it to the bird. We've got to take a death here on Thaddeus Thunderbird. The fourth. Esquire.
We are going to see Thunderbird aggressive right off the bat here, right as we cast Thunder. And not at 50% health. All the way from the start to finish of the fight, he will be throwing full fireballs. Oh, Gob had that.
Oh, Gob.
Yeah, he hesitated. I think he had it if he just held left.
Yep, he did.
So, I mean, at this point, if he gets him down here, he's lost 2 lives. Do you up an A? You're not really that far from start.
Yeah. Oh, I will also mention that the background color here is very distracting with fireballs. Red with red fireballs is just not good. And it's very easy to lose them, especially on these pillars.
Yep, all eyes on Gob here. 16 hits. Again, at attack 6, 16 hits on Thunderbird. Thunderbird's got 192 health. He gets it.
Gob is through the bird.
Got that safety key, Thunderbird key, safety key in case he's fallen into that stupid room that I wanted to remove, but it's still possible that it shows up.
I think there was an attempt to do it, and it was called the Who Hurt You room, to replace it with one that you could ferry through 4 back and forths to go through, to get out through it instead.
Yeah. So Gob's going to continue on. He doesn't have enough to cast life right now. He's got 2 bars of health, life 7. Probably going to be losing 1 heart to beams and whatnot, but bodying bird's still probably going to kill him. Or there it is, perfect.
Oh, nice. Okay. All right, that was a good plan. That is something nice about the that the small enemies are going to drop.
Yep.
The blue magic jars, so you can. I definitely in the asyncs farmed blue jars right before Darklink to make sure I could, or not Darklink, but Thunderbird in order to be able to cast Thunder.
Yeah, and I'm even, I played something on stream today, and I'm thinking, I should maybe start thinking about keeping a count in my head, because honestly, every 6, we're using the vanilla frequency of every 6 kills, you get the drop, and if you're just kind of keeping track of that, when you're going to get that blue jar. You can probably better pinpoint exactly if you need to do the grinding, if you need to do just whatever. It's coming at a certain time.
It's a secret plan to make Mirai a vanilla runner.
Yeah, right. Yeah, so jkoper can't get the item in 1 because of that glove block past that little Goomba. Again, we were talking about that, but he's back in 1 knowing that he didn't get the item, but he's not going to be able to, unfortunately. This just kind of, to put it bluntly, this just kind of sucks, right? You never want to be in a position like this. And here's
that
jkoper.
Room, L7 room that we got into earlier, okay? So the drop has a chance of putting you before Thunderbird, so
yeah.
We do not know where this is yet. Ooh,
Yeah, very true.
This is dicey.
Yeah, because what else did we see? We saw a fairy block, and Gob just doesn't have any magic left, so he couldn't actually ferry through the fairy block, so he had to take this drop. This is his only other alternative beyond Thunderbird.
This could lead to that left that we saw before, the one junction before Thunderbird. Oh,
yeah,
God,
yeah.
oh, God, oh.
Don't do it, Gob! This is death! This is death! He kind of has to, though, to get... Okay, is there like a ferry? Is there like an elevator shaft here? Oh, there is. There is. Beautiful. Yeah, check this first, please.
Let's be a king bot and squish him. He's not. He does not have jump. I do not believe. So we cannot attempt to get a jar. Oh, it's another one.
Might be saved by the shaft. Oh!
I'm not saying anything. Just not doing it.
Okay. What do we got? Is there gonna... Okay, another small enemy. We're just gonna keep farming these things. Well...
Elevator up?
Yeah. He wants to... this is a little sketchy, too, because if you fall through these guys, you're just gonna start shooting through the blocks. Oh, see, that's so... Oh, that thing spawned because he cleared out some of the small guys.
Yep.
Okay.
Paperclip.
We keep going.
Jkoper is looking at one which we know is glove blocked to the item.
Yeah, this is just so unfortunate, man. You never want to get caught in a situation like this. Just a mistrack, right? Just a mistrack, and I mean, yeah, you're on stream, it's a tournament race. It's just the worst time to have a mistrack, man. This is not practice, you know. Life up.
Life.
Easy game.
And we are still going. We don't yet know if this.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh, we got the first one. Kingbot? No, Kingbot. Oh god. I'm clenched.
Yep.
Wow, there's a lot of palace over here.
There's a lot of palace this way. I'm feeling like this is before T-Bird.
It's quite possible. All right, Koper's back in the west. Come on, Koper. He's still got 3 palaces to do, though, man. He is quite a distance behind.
Checking each.
Yeah, Boots were in Medicine Cave.
He's thinking about each cave, though.
Gob? Oh, Gob does have upstep, yeah. I mean, Gob is handling, he's on his last life, right? I mean, he had the opportunity to up an A. That was the question I asked at the beginning. You know, you lose 2 lives. Do you just up an A with Thunderbird kind of close to start? And so you don't kind of end up in this, like, very sketchy, very unknown situation where am I going? I have 1 life. I have to be so careful. He's almost died numerous times at this point, but he's still holding on. So, you know, as long as he can keep it going.
He's getting just enough magic refills at the right time.
You know, some of these flags are undercooked. Other ones, I think, were just right. Like you were just saying, man, the blue jars, it's so good. The small little supplement, the small little drip feed of 16 magic points every 6 kills on small enemies. It's good. I like it. I like that a lot for this flag set.
I think in GP is fantastic. Early game, it significantly hurts your ability to grind, but it does make up for it in the GP time.
Gob is beeping right now. Oh no.
And it's another waffle room. What is here? What is here? Is it going to be generators? Don't be generators.
Oh, okay. Just
okay. Well.
Well, he'll probably go past Thunderbird again and then check the fairy block this time and see where that goes.
I hope so.
All right, Koper's going to turn in the medicine here for the life spell. I mean, I hate that this is happening.
We've all done it.
Yeah,
we have. Memory hold things.
Or even if you don't memory hold something, you know, the next thing down is just you gamble, right? You gamble on 1 cave on the west or something, and then you go try to beat the seed, and or you gamble on a palace item.
1 cave.
Yeah, exactly.
Get Kingbotted again, Gob. Gotta memorize those Kingbot locations.
It's odd sometimes you can walk under that Kingbot. It has something to do with the spawn, I think, as you mess with the elevator. Elevators are weird in adjusting spawns. You see this a lot in vanilla runs.
Alright, Koper.
Back on the east, though, right? Yeah, he's back in the east.
I don't know if he went back into Heart Container Cave and looked. I mean, that one is almost impossible to avoid. You have to, like, stab at the right moment. And then you get exploded all over, and it's got bots raining on you, and you just get hit anyways. I think I said that in an okay way.
It's after midnight. Well, I guess depending on where you're at. Yeah, please do not downstab through this, thank you. That's always kind of sketchy. You're just like, oh god, oh god. Our Koper back in 2. Yeah, so Thunderbird was a little bit of a walk-in. I guess I could see the option of up and A being a little bit more difficult to make.
Yeah, I would understand going a couple of rooms and seeing if it was just immediate dark links, as you knew there was a junction, but it would have. Oh, oh.
I don't know. Someone could be secretly doing something in the background, but I have no idea.
I think it's back. We are back. We are back. Alright. Sorry for the technical difficulties, everyone. As you can see, we've not finished the race, but I do not know what happened while we were not looking. But it looks like Gob has gone back through the drop room and is back in this hard upstat block room. Yep, going back through these waffles. I'll see if I can get a catch up on how many lives he has. Okay.
Yeah, so I think Coper may have found the glove here. There, he's breaking down some block. Unless you just said that. Did you say that? I'm sorry if you just said that. I'm reading some other stuff here.
Nope.
Okay.
You just noticed it. This is the first time we could see it. So, yes, Coper has found the glove. Gob has reached where we saw him last get to, which was this red chicken night, bird night. He was one room away from Darklink when he game over the first time.
Wow.
But Gob is looking like he's going to take this right now.
Yeah, that's too much. It's a little too much for... Coper was a little too far back. Missing the glove for... again, I mean, we're at 90 minutes now, so... I mean, he must have been missing that glove for 80 minutes of this race.
Get your GGs in chat for TheGobOne, who is going to take this race and send Coper down to the lower bracket, which I don't think we ever talked about, the bracket format.
Sorry, I was marking the runners done here. I don't know how long it is until Coper maybe forfeits. Might be right now.
Yep, looks like it.
We're going to see if these runners want to come in for an interview if they're available.
Yes.
Bracket format, double elimination with some best of threes near the end for some of the top money spots. Winners final, grand finals, lower final, things like that. There's a few best of threes at the end. Otherwise, it's just best of ones, double elimination all the way through. Whoever can make it to the end gets sort of a clean slate reset on some best of threes, and a shot at potentially getting more prize money as they move up. We are joined by Mr. Coper. Hello, jkoper.
Hi. I don't know if I have anything intelligent to say here, but I figured I got the invite, or I could come in and.
We've all done that.
Yeah, I don't know about to the same extent though. it's obvious I just completely forgot that that cave existed. I didn't finish it, and you know, I don't know about everyone because a lot of people track things, and I track a lot of stuff, but I don't track whether I've completed every cave. So, yeah, maybe that's something I should do in the future. I guess. I don't know. Yeah. Only bright side here is I get a different matchup than I would have had if I won. So, yeah.
Looks like Gob didn't get an invite, so we have to try to resend it. But yes, no, unfortunately, the one cave that you didn't go back to was the one that had the glove, and almost every single palace was glove blocked in this seed.
Yeah, I noticed that. It was rough.
Yeah, you could get through one, and you could get through, like, I think it was 5. I think there was 2 palaces you could actually get to the bosses of, but you couldn't necessarily get the items. So I think both of those palaces, the items were glove blocked, but I'm not 100% certain on that.
Yeah, I don't even remember. I also completed 3, I believe. So,
Yeah.
but I was having a lot of trouble at the same time remembering what was what and where I needed to go back to, and like even the difference between 3 and 6. So
Yeah, and unfortunately, when you have like those seats where you just have a deep glove, for example, and you go to all these palaces, and you get stuck in multiple palaces, and you got to try to remember because the palaces are randomized. Like the rooms are randomized in the palaces, you have to try to remember what routes you've been and what routes are still available once you get the glove, and you just
yeah, and then there on top of that, there was of course some rooms that looked very similar and paths that were difficult to tell when they looped stuff. So, anyway, that was terrible. So, hopefully the future is better. I guess I don't know.
yes. Well, the good news is it is a double elimination, so you're still you're not out of the tournament. Just going down to the lower bracket and have a chance to climb up through that.
I do just want to say that at the beginning, you two did have a good bit of divergence. jkoper, you went to the east pretty early on, and you made your way all the way to the maze and got that hammer, and got which allowed you to get the eventually get the shield spell out of Nukasudo. You got the magic key off of the maze. These are things that Gob felt like skipping. Gob is here. Welcome, Gob. We could talk about the things you have skipped in this one. We were just talking about Koper getting the hammer and the key off of the maze. Did you look around in the maze a little bit, but kind of gave up on it when you were eventually there?
Yeah, thanks for the invite. Copro sent me the link to the chat. So, kind of like I just kind of snuck around a couple of things. I was at that point, I was just determined to just rip and go with what I had. So, if I happened to find an extra heart container or something, then great. But I wasn't going to look around.
Yeah, we were. You cleared the west, and then you went east, and jkoper went east pretty early on and found that stuff. So he wasn't having to rely on fairy casts all that much. But the glove, of course, was the name of the game. Big ticket item was the glove in this one, of course. You had that right away, right? That was right off of the west there, and you guys probably talked about it a little bit in the race room here that jkoper just did not find that glove for.
Yeah,
I estimate like 80 minutes into this game here.
Yeah, when it's a dry canyon west, I always just full clear it because you're not typically going to run into anything crazy block wise. So it's like
you get full clear
in
dry canyon in 5 to 10 minutes.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, if you're bad like me, it was 18 minutes before I went east. So
yeah, I mean
that works too.
So my thought is like. I had fairy within like 2 minutes or something, right? So I saw the east and I'm like, I'm gonna see if I can get down step quick, and yeah, I think once I started adventuring on the east, then I just completely forgot about that cave. Like I made a little mental note when I left it that I was gonna have to come back there, but yeah, but just he's completely took my mind off of that.
It's funny because the way I kind of routed the Dry Canyon really weirdly and not very efficient, and I ended up finding the fairy town last. So if I had found it like you did, because that was the first thing I was thinking, telling myself, and at the start of the sea was like, if you get something that can get you downstab, go get it immediately. You need it. You're not that good. You need downstab to fucking sorry to friggin' have a chance at beating Coper. So I think I would have followed you if I had found Fairy right away. I probably wouldn't be able to cast anyway because I power leveled attack.
Yeah, there was I think Magic 2, or maybe even Magic 1. I don't know. It was 79 or something at like 1 or 2, and then there was a Magic Jar that was very readily available. Was that on the Desert Tile?
Yes.
I think the Desert Tile, yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's that
Yes.
that wasn't an issue at all. I of course had an issue at the end, like when I cleared everything, when I found 4 finally, and then that was also glove blocked. I was like, what the heck, man?
Yeah, that 4 was kind of rude, that location.
Yeah. I thought maybe a cave would go up there. And then I was like, did I actually see the Desert Tile after that? And then I found the desert, went back to the Desert Tile, and I was like, yeah. That was until 4, it was kind of like, oh, okay, this seed just has jokes, right? So I just need to keep looking and find this glove. But then when I found 4 and I found the glove back there, it's like, oh no, it's like something's wrong. But yeah.
Oh yeah, that's when you realize, right? And then
Yeah.
you're like, oh jeez.
Right.
Just hoping to stumble upon it the whole way, and then it doesn't show up, and you're like, okay, well, screw up. I've never done that before, I swear, ever. At all. Never.
Yes, Gob has never mistracked things and lost location them never once.
And I wonder how much I'm going to get fined for swearing on Speedgaming. Before I get fined and get disconnected, which one of you in chat paid the freaking KingBot crew to show up in my GP? I heard Chabert being like, remember where all the locations of the KingBots are? There was like 9 of them! Everywhere I went! I hate that enemy. The most useless enemy in the entire game, bro.
You
Except for I
missed
did
some
try to find some
discussions we
jars off
had
of them.
on Marai's stream the other day where I was like, oh, we should have a oops all KingBots flag.
Oops, okay. That's Elendar, if you're listening, rewind 10 seconds. Erase your brain. Somebody find this man for saying that crap on the stream. Putting that into the universe. Incredible.
Yeah, he wants more swamp and all KingBots.
You know what? I would take a few more swamp tiles if I never had to see a KingBot ever again. I would take that trade.
Real fast, before this is over here, though, I did want to say that as the time went on, Gob, you were like skipping a bunch of stuff, and Coper's like full clearing all these things. Death Mountain had 2 magic containers, and he got an extra heart out of. I don't remember where that was, but he did have an extra heart. But that last one was glove blocked in 1, and so we were thinking that maybe
hammer blocked the cave on the west.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, the hammer blocked magic container cave. That's right. And so we were wondering if, even though jkoper had been missing the glove for so long, that this GP would be really punishing to you, not having jump, not having shield, but at least having life, having slightly reduced magic containers over the max, and is this going to be a problem to where jkoper is actually going to be able to find this glove finally and then catch up? But man, 3 palaces is a lot of palaces, right? And that 6 was kind of long, and I don't remember what 2 or 4 were like. 4 was kind of rude, And so there was a little bit more. There was not only fighting the glove, but it was like going back to all of these other palaces as well, where 4 was all the way on the top side of the east, and 2 was all the way on the maze and stuff like that. I mean, I guess it wasn't that far away. Maze was pretty easy to get to, but still, yeah. And then our stream cut out for a few minutes, a solid few minutes, and we couldn't get it. I have no idea how to get it back on. It just kind of came back at some point. I don't know if it was buttons as I was pressing the control panel. A volunteer showed up, so thank you very much if you're watching and listening still. I don't know if they had anything to do with it. I have no idea, but the stream cut out, and so we actually didn't see jkoper pick up the glove, or else it would have been a lot of celebration. But yeah, when we came back, you were very close to the end, Gob, and then Koper, you were here in, I believe it's Palace 6 or something like that.
Yep,
But yeah.
died one room from Dark Link, and that was sweet when I saw that. Yeah, in terms of not having, so the inflection point for me was 2. I'm like, I found the boss really fast, and it was like, do I go get the trophy for jump? Because I know that the waffle rooms can be really stupid. And I'm like, I cleared this so quickly, we're just gonna gamble and hope that we get shield. Well, then I get to the east and I see the forest tile, which forest tile has to be a town, right?
Yeah,
And then I realized, yeah. Oh, it is New Kasuto. Okay. And then I realized after I cleared the east that it was shield, and I was really starting to crap myself. Then when I went through my 5 debacle and I game over TheGobOne and all, we're not going to talk about that. But when I found the medicine, I was so relieved. I'm like, I 100% have to turn this in. And if I hadn't found that, dude, it might have been, I might still be in the GP for another 30 minutes after this conversation, because I don't know how I would have got through all that.
If it makes you feel better, Gob, I rage quit the tournament when I game over on Guma.
Yeah, like Guma is a...
Or actually, no,
Finish
it wasn't the tournament. It was async with Seed 1.
Well, okay, don't get me started on the async seeds, because we could be here another 20 minutes. Those
I
dude,
DNF'd the seed on that. So
I swear to God, when I played async 1, I'm like, there's no way Mirai didn't go in and curate the seed. This is such BS.
I rolled them on stream. Thank you very much. I rolled them in front of
I was
everybody.
so mad. I'm like, this is the worst seed I've ever played in my life.
And then you played the second seed.
And then I'm like, I said on my stream, I'm like, surely seed 2 can't be any worse, guys. I mean, I played that one poorly, but it was still pretty garbage too. So, but yeah, no, I've been having fun. I'm it's teaching me a different way to play the game. In that, one of the things I don't do in normal C2R is like give up on things that I know I shouldn't do. Like P1. Let's talk about that Guma and P1 blocking that block that I thought was to the boss, by the way.
Yeah.
When I saw the item room, I was like, uh-oh. Finally, I found the right way. But when I saw that Guma, I was like, you gotta be absolutely crap. Whatever. You gotta be kidding me. that I go through and I slog through and this guy's in my way. And I'm like, well, I'll be back when I get Thunder. But previous me would have tried to went back and done stupid stuff. But I'm like, you know what? Don't play to my disadvantages. Don't do stupid crap. That's why I farmed attack 3 at the start. I'm like, I saw attack 3 was 370. I'm like, yeah, there's no way I'm not going to sit here and just get it, because I don't know what attack 2 was like, but attack 3 was pretty okay. So I was pleased to do that.
For this tournament, the attack levels are set. They're basically vanilla, with attack 5 being 1 less point in effect of damage.
Okay.
Yeah, attack and life effectiveness are guaranteed to go up with heavy levels, so.
Okay, good. So then I did the correct thing by accident. Good.
Yes. 3 is a pretty significant jump.
Alright guys, I'm gonna go get some food. Thanks for putting on the restream. Good luck, Gob. I don't envy you in your matchup, so yeah.
Who do I play?
Have a good night, everyone. Thanks.
GG, Cooper.
Gob, you get to play Trails.
Okay, let's do it. How fitting. Perfect. Glorious.
All right.
Wait, still double elimination, so if I lose, I still am in the tournament, right?
Yes. How come so many people don't know things about this term?
I knew that.
There's an
I was just
overview
doing
video
that
on
for the
flag
chat.
sets.
For the chat. I didn't. I don't know. I swear to God, I didn't read all the things, and Obo told me on Async 3 about the new casino is guaranteed to be under the force tile. I'm like, what? Because I was careful to go through all the documents, but I just forgot about that, I guess. So, but that was for the fans, for the chatters. Double elimination. There'll be lots more matches.
Who knows, man? Maybe you'll beat Trails and you'll move on to.
Maybe I'm gonna beat his ass. His ass is mine.
But
PG.
His butt is mine.
His rear.
His derriere.
I will say, I think before Gob joined in, we had a total swear count of 1.
Oh man, I'm so sorry for the admins if they're watching. I'm so glad it is what time it is because I really got to clean up this potty
I think
mouth.
you'll probably be in the okay. But yes.
Well, no comms for me, fellas. Nice knowing you. All right, fellas. Yeah, thanks for the comms and of course the late restreams. JLo, I see you, Mr. Tracker. Job. And there's probably a lot more Z2R kids, so stick around. And if you want to help, join the Speedgaming Discord. Right?
No, you don't have to do that. You just have to join the Z2R Discord. That's where we ping everyone through. Yeah, Speedgaming has special, like you got an invite. I tried to send out invites again, but I don't know. Like all I can do is press buttons in the control panel. If they don't work, I don't really get any feedback. So I'm glad that the invite worked. But yeah, there's a special control panel here. We're in a special Discord for Speedgaming main and whatnot. So you get invites to these Discords, and then there's a whole bunch of setup stuff here. But yeah, it's everything. The sign up is done through the URL over on the Z2R Discord.
There we go. Even better. I'm glad I was wrong. How did they get to the Z2R Discord?
I don't know if I'm allowed to share that publicly, but it is. It's probably on the Speedgaming side of things. SGLIVE.speedgaming.org. You can see the list of games on the leaderboard there, and you can click on Zelda 2 Randomizer. Luckily, we did have a bunch of generous donors for this particular tournament, so we are at the top there. I think you can click on that, and it'll take you to a Zelda 2 Randomizer Discord. If not, you can find anyone playing Zelda 2 Randomizer in the Z2 category, or okay, I'll just toss it out there. Z2R.gg/Discord is a little vanity link we have for that. Anyway, yeah, not to advertise too much, but yeah, check out the if we do J-Lo, if you could do an exclamation point schedule as well in chat there, if you didn't already. That will show the Speedgaming link for the schedule and the specific Z2R schedule as well. Where is that at? We don't have anything scheduled for tomorrow. Yep. Friday, though, we've got a race close to midnight, about 11:45 p.m., channel TBD. And then Saturday morning, we have another race at about 9:15 in the morning. And then after that, we'll see. We've got some other people waiting the schedule now that we've got some new matchups moving into the second round and whatnot. So keep an eye on that schedule here. It is actually speedgaming.org/SGL25Z2R.
Yep. And if you want to see other Z2R races, the Upstarts tournament, which is our newbie tournament, is in its bracket stage. And the next race for that tomorrow can be found on the Zelda Speedrun set of channels at 7 p.m. Eastern.
Yeah, go watch that. There are some good runners in that tournament.
Indeed.
I'm going to let you fellas sign off. Appreciate the work everybody does. And hopefully I'll be able to talk to you all again sometime. Take care.
All right, Chadbert. Any final thoughts for this particular race here?
Yep, I thoroughly enjoyed this, other than the technical difficulties we had there towards the end. And I want to say good luck to both of our runners in the next round. It is the first round. Nobody's eliminated. So I look forward to more of these coming up.
Absolutely. I echo those words. Thanks for joining me tonight on Comms Chadbert. J-Lo on tracking. Always nice to not have to worry about clicking buttons and talking at the same time, because sometimes you mess that up. And thanks to Speedgaming for hosting us. And we'll see everyone in the next stream, whenever that is, on the Speedgaming schedule. But for Z2R, that'll be likely Friday night. So check back in on the schedule, look for it, and we'll see you there. Take care, folks.